Guys, thank you very much for letting me come out and take a look at your house. It was a pleasure meeting you two today. So now I'd like to just go over the scope of work for your house. You've got a great design, and I think that the lap siding will look great on the house. We're going to be tearing off all the siding on the house and then going up with a 7/16 OSB sheathing, and then going up with any kind of necessary flashing that we need, whether it's diverter flashing on the corners, whether it's rake flashing going down the sides of the roof where it touches the wall, or the 1/2" L flashing going on the bottom of the OSB. Then we're going to be putting up the Tyvek moisture barrier on top of the OSB, and then Hardie trim first, and then butting the lap siding to the Hardie trim for a real smooth transition between the windows trim and the lap siding. Here again, any kind of styling that you'd like in this area will be fine for going any kind of pattern. If you'd like to keep the current pattern or change it anyway, just let us know. Let me know, and I'll get that spec'd out. That's no problem. All the garage door frames will be wrapped in fiber cement Hardie, and that 1x2 that's next to the garage door will be replaced on each one of these with a full piece of 1x2 Hardie plank. If you would like to replace your garage doors, just get them in a standard color, and then we will prime them again and then paint them. All the soffit will be replaced on the house around. In all the straight line areas, you will have a vented soffit that will have continuous ventilation with 8-foot sheets of the James Hardie product. It will have the same grain that is in the boards on the lap siding, so it'll look real symmetrical and nice. We have planned to tear all the gutters off the house and all the downspouts, and then I will give you a name of a contact for new gutters and downspouts to get an estimate on. We will take, our responsibility will be taking the gable tiles off all the way around. Anytime any part of the triangle part of the roof, the gable roof, we will be taking the tiles off that area to prepare to repair all the cedar edges on the fascia and anywhere else that need to be prepared before we nail up the drip board, Hardie drip board 1x4 in the straight areas, and before we put up the fascia overlay in the gables and in the straight areas underneath the 1x4 as depicted in the drawing that I showed you earlier today. All the trim around the windows and doors will be Hardie plank. All the vents will be replaced on your house, that is all the gable vents. And then if you would like accent color or painted the same color as the wall as your front door, we will do that too. Any lights that you have, although these look really great, any lights that you have on the house that you would like us to replace, please just purchase the lights and we will install them after we install the new Hardie plank siding. Here on the right side of the home, we've got more gable tiles to be removed, fascia overlay, 1x4, and then all the soffit and the eaves will be replaced, fascia overlaid, all the vents will be replaced. All the siding will be tore off, of course, like the rest of the house. All the proper flashing will take place. All the trim will go on first around the windows and next to the chimney and the corners. And then there's a little board up here called the drip board right underneath the soffit. That everything will be Hardie plank on your walls. Everything will be Hardie plank on your house, of course, except for the rock. But then we don't use caulking next to areas like this. We actually mortar the chimney into the Hardie plank because it's fiber cement. It adheres really well. So we'll be doing that, and here's more gutters that we will be removing as well as the downspouts. So here again, all these areas here have to be repaired before we install the fascia overlay, and we will take care of that using the cedar to match up to what you have existing. Okay, here in the back, same scope of work. All the siding will come off. All trim will go, all new Hardie trim will be installed around the windows and doors. All the soffit will be replaced with Hardie plank. All the fascia will have an overlay on it. All the 1x4 will have a new Hardie plank 1x4. All the gutters will be torn off and disposed of. And all the light fixtures, here again, will be reinstalled. Unless you have new ones for us, then we'll reinstall those. And so, tearing off siding, OSB, Tyvek, moisture barrier, then Hardie trim around everything, and then the siding. I would spec probably a 8 1/4 senior mill select will look great on your house. It's not too big of a reveal, and it's not too small of one that'll make it look too squatty. Probably a 7-inch reveal on the house will look absolutely awesome using an 8 1/4 board. Here on the left side of the house, we're going to be replacing the vents, the gable vents, making sure that they have new vents like the rest of the house, to have proper ventilation and proper screening behind the vents so no little critters can get in the attic. All the soffits be replaced, fascia overlay. These tiles will come off by us, and then we will reinstall these tiles. And the siding will all come off just like the rest of the house. OSB, Tyvek moisture barrier, Hardie trim, and then Hardie siding. All the rock will wash off when we're washing the rest of the house. And then on the roofing issues, this is one thing I wanted to mention in the video. If you have any roofing issues when we open these up, this is that time that we'll talk to you about it. We'll take some pictures while we're up here so you can see what's going on, maybe even some video. You can see what's going on inside the roofing area. We'll get a roofer out to take care of it, and he'll give you an estimate of what that will cost to make those necessary repairs, if there are needed repairs. I don't really know what the decking is going to look like underneath this area, so once we get that soffit off, and once we get that that fascia off where we're making our repairs, we'll be able to get a real good idea on what kind of small repairs are needed around the house because of the water infiltration in these areas. So thank you very much, guys, for the potential opportunity to serve you with this project. We'll take great respect of your home and take very good care of you. So I look forward to potentially working with you guys. Thanks again for your time tonight.